I have been waiting for a long time to say this. Welcome back, Two-Wheeler family. How's everybody doing? Mr. and Mrs. Two-Wheeler finally back on the bike. It's been quite a little hiatus, and we got a lot of catching up to do. What's been going on, where we've been, why there haven't been any videos. There's good reason for all of that, and we'll explain everything right after the intro. Alright, so I'm sure you guys have all been wondering what's been going on, why haven't we been putting out any videos. And I'll tell you the truth, I've been meaning to kind of do this update video for a while, but I didn't feel right doing it without having Mrs. Two-Wheeler along. She really hasn't been in the mood to go on any rides or anything like that, and I didn't want to push her. So I'll bring her in and we'll have her help me kind of fill you in on what's been going on. Alright, you're there, babe?
I'm here.
So, do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
You can start. I'll jump in.
Okay. So basically, for the past, I don't know, how many months would you say?
What?
That we've been like, since we started taking the break.
Oh, I don't know, because I don't remember where we left off.
Okay, well, the last video we put out was the camping video.
Oh, look at the camels.
Oh, yeah. Cool. The last video we put out was the camping video in not Jupiter, where was it? West Palm Beach. With the lions.
Yeah.
So that was the last one, and I believe that was that March?
Maybe.
So I'm not sure when it was, but anyway, for
It's been a while.
It's been a while. For the past long time, we have been spending as much time as possible with Nina's mom. And the reason for that is she has been fighting cancer for several years now.
Since 2008. She's been diagnosed with cancer 3 times. The first time in 2008, she was diagnosed with ovarian cancer, which she was able to win, I guess, the fight. She was in remission for 2 years when she was in Argentina.
Right.
And then when she was there, she was diagnosed with, I guess you could say, not quite stomach cancer, but they found out that it had come back. So they moved here again, and she started fighting it again. And then she was diagnosed with, well, I guess it wouldn't be considered a third kind of diagnosis. It was more like it had metastasized.
Right. So she has been fighting this thing for many, many years. She put up a very strong fight on the past, say, 4 or 5 months is when things started deteriorating and everything started going downhill. And that was the time that we decided we're gonna put the channel on hold and focus on family and spend as much time as we could with her. You can imagine that there wasn't also the desire or the mood to go on any rides. And unfortunately, what has it been, about a month and a half now?
It's going to be 2 months, and on the 29th.
Yeah,
on
so
August 29th, we lost my mom.
You know, that was obviously devastating to everybody. So we also needed some time to kind of recuperate from that. And yeah, here we are, almost 2 months since that day, and this is the first time we've been on the bike together. Basically, what it boils down to is we just wanted to give you an update. It was, you know, it's a very personal issue, so we weren't sure how much of it we wanted to include. Some people have no problem with it, some people do, and I definitely wasn't going to do it on my own. So I spoke with Nina and explained to her what I was feeling about it, and asked her how much she was comfortable sharing, and she said, "I'm fine, you can share everything."
But we also have good news.
We also have good news. Go ahead.
We've gained another kid.
Yes, that was another thing that's been going on over the summer. My other son, Ben, is the middle of the three. I have 3 kids. He was living with his mom overseas, with his mom and his sister. This is my ex-wife. And he turned 18 in April and had decided that he wanted to move back to Florida and live with us. So we had to jump through a lot of hoops to get them here, mostly because of the issue with passports, all the passport agencies being completely backed up. We had to call in favors and...
Well, the point was, during COVID last year, we were not able to bring them in, and in the meantime, their passports expired.
Right, their passports were expired, and we couldn't renew them in time to bring them here when school ended. So we had to jump through a lot of hoops to finally get an appointment and get their passports renewed.
Which is also another reason why in the summer we don't film as much, because we try and spend as much time as we can with the kids when they're here.
Exactly. And on top of that, I don't know if I mentioned, but my oldest son moved back home. My oldest son, Eddie. So it's kind of a full house now. We have Ben, we have Eddie, and we have Nina's kids, Gabriel and Ariana, which we've never shared the names, I don't think. And if you don't want to, I can always edit it out. And I just missed a turn.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will be the first of many more videos to come, more rides. The weather is cooling down finally. It's October, and this is usually when we start our camping season. So hoping to get out there, get back in the tent soon, and bring you guys some camping videos. And of course, I'm gonna be returning back to the Tech Tips Thursdays. I'll be reviewing more gear and put out more videos. I don't know how consistent it's gonna be right in the beginning. I don't know if I'll be able to do a weekly video. I'll try, but I don't want to promise anything. But yeah. It's good to be back. It's good to have Nina back on the bike with me. And it's good to be making videos for you guys again. So, we're here at Nina's favorite bakery. And we're going to get a couple of goodies for her.
Try.
We'll see you in a bit. Alright, we're back. So yeah, I mean, now you know what the reason is that we've been so inactive. But, you know, that's in the past. Now we're looking towards the future. You know, we do want to start going out on rides and kind of get back into it. And it's going to be a little bit slow. You know, we got to kind of pace ourselves. Now, on a brighter note, I did have an idea which I wanted to kind of run by you guys and see what thoughts are on it. We wanted to start kind of like a series of best riding spots in Florida. And that can be, you know, anything from the best camp spots to the best just motorcycle rides, scenic rides, things of that nature. And basically every weekend we'll go out to a different location. And, you know, sometimes it'll be landmarks, touristy areas, and just spots that we know as locals that a lot of people don't know. Kind of like the hidden gems of Florida, where if you're not from around here, you're not going to know about it. So if that's something that would interest you, that's something you'd like to see, so leave us a comment below, let us know. And if there's enough interest, then we'll start that series. And we're also open to suggestions and requests if anybody has any place specific that they've heard of or they've seen online and they want us to check it out. You know, just let us know and we'll look it up, we'll do the research, and we'll head out there and make a video. Now, another thing you might have noticed, we kind of have a different setup here. It's quite the change from what we had before. Basically, you guys know I added the Hero 9, GoPro Hero 9 Black. The way I have that configured right now is that's facing forward, but it's facing forward from behind the windshield. I used to have it where it was on the other side of the windshield, basically on the nose. And what I didn't like about that location, I mean, I love the vantage point, but I didn't like the fact that I couldn't see the camera, so I didn't know what it was recording, if it's recording. And the reason I chose the windshield is basically, one, I have access to it. Oh, it started raining. One, I have access to it, so I can just with my hand reach over it and start and stop recording. And two, I can actually see the angle on the back of the camera. I can see the monitor from here. Three, which I'm kind of rethinking now that it's raining, is that it protects it from the elements, meaning if there's bugs or dirt or anything that gets on the lens, it pretty much ruins the shot. But now that I'm thinking about it, if it's raining, you get the raindrops on the windshield. But then again, it would have been on the lens anyway, so I guess it's pretty much the same. So I'm trying that out, and I have my Hero 7, the older one, on the helmet. So that gives kind of like the first person view wherever I look. It moves with it. And then I have the Insta360 here in front of me. And that's going to give us the 360 footage. So that I'll be able to adjust in editing and show front of the bike, the back of the bike, have it facing us, facing to the sides, facing up, whatever it is, you know, there's no limit. So yeah, that's part of the setup. And another addition, I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but on the right side of my helmet here somewhere, right there, I have the Rode Wireless Go 2. And I installed that on mine and Nina's helmet, same location. And we're using a new microphone. I changed the setup yet again. So what I decided to go with was a Sena microphone. The same Sena microphone that comes with the Bluetooth devices, because basically I figured the microphones work well enough for phone calls and they do a great job at canceling out all the noise and the background sounds, the wind noise, everything. Then why wouldn't they be good for vlogging? Another addition I made was this chin mount here, if you can see it. And that's from a company called, I think it was just Chin Mounts. And so far it's worked out really well. I love the location. I still have access to my chin mount, my chin release when I want to open and close the helmet. and I don't need to use this mount on the side and have that big bracket coming up. It was very cumbersome and I wasn't happy with it. I like to keep things very neat, clean, and low profile. This cloud just seems to be following us. And I also added, we'll go back to the audio. I told you I have the microphones. I can actually show it to you. Hang on. So this is the one that comes from this with the Cena that we use. It's actually connected to the Cena, and that's used for our intercoms. And then this one here, which I have a little bit further away, that's the second one that I installed, and that's for our audio. So that's the one that you're hearing right now. And I did the same thing in Nina's helmet. And they seem to be working good. So fingers crossed, this might be our new solution. Now along with that, I also have a Tascam DR10L recorder, which is this little guy right here. And this is the receiver of the wireless skill. So just looking, everything looks to be good. It's recording, the levels are pretty good, not too high. So I'm hoping that this will sound good and we won't have too much wind noise or interference or anything of that nature. This is our first official test of all this gear working together. Now there might be an excess of road noise right now because I did remove the chin curtain. Probably shouldn't have done that. Like this is what it would be with the chin curtain. This is without it. And the reason I remove it is just because it's so hot here in summer. And when I remove it, I get a little more airflow under the helmet. Alright folks, well that about wraps it up. Hope this answers any questions you may have had, and hope it kind of explains to you what's been going on and what we've been up to. I'll tell you, we do miss putting videos out for you guys. We do miss chatting back and forth in the comments, and most of all we miss doing the rides. So we're eager to get back into it and just go back to normal. Well, as normal as it can be. We're still in the pandemic. So with that said, I'm Mike and we're Mr. and Mrs. Two-Wheeler, and as always, we'll see you on the road.